8:22. I'm guessing that Dr. Dain Heer gets a lot of this song in your intros. Do we do that a lot to you?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I like it.
We're talking about being happy, right, Doctor?
Uh-huh.
And looking at your bio and understanding you and looking at this book, not a new book, but a book that's Being You, Changing the World. You come from an upbringing that many people would think would be tough to get past, that heavy feeling.
True story. Yeah,
Yes.
There was a lot of abuse. There was a lot of emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse even. And at one point, I was going to end my life if things didn't change. And I found a way to change it.
And what was the key to that change for you?
Well, the key was the day when I said, you know what? This is changing now, which is, I mean, it sounds so simple, but most people don't get to that point. They're sort of living these lives of quiet desperation in whatever ways they are. And when I got to the point where I said, okay, this has to change, finally the door opened and I started finding the tools and ways of changing it.
It's almost like they say, you know, you put that thought out there and then all of a sudden the answer comes to you. It's stop looking for the answer, start asking the question of what can I do?
Exactly that. And that's what most of us are doing. We're so busy looking for the answers, we've forgotten to ask the questions that will actually allow what we're looking for to show up.
So give us some of the keys to being happy. Just lead us through, because there's some people sitting right here going, yeah, whatever.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a couple things. So first, you got to choose it. You know, we were never taught that happiness is a valuable product as we were growing up. We were taught, live the life you're supposed to and you'll be happy, but nobody ever chooses happiness for happiness' sake. Second thing you want to do in that regard is think of 3 things and 3 people that make you happy. And say, hey, you know what, I'm going to call these 3 people in the next week. Because if you get off the phone happier, that's going to stay with you. Or I'm going to do those things within the next month, whatever those 3 things are. Next thing you want to do is you want to stop judgment. Now, that's a big ask, of course. Yeah. But what you do is, next time you notice yourself judging you, just see a hand, see a stop sign or something, and go, stop.
Judging yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we all do to the extreme and don't even really acknowledge it. We don't look ourselves in the eye in the mirror.
Exactly.
We look at our flaws and go, oh, geez.
That's exactly what we do. You know, we start the day with the litany of judgment of our body. You know, this is too big, this is too small, this is too wrinkly. And unfortunately, for everything you judge, you get more of it. So you want to stop that. Just see a hand, a stop sign, and then ask, what other choice do I have available here? And there's another great question that you can ask, which is, how does it get any better than this? And you can ask it when something good happens, you ask it when something bad happens. It makes something bad better, it makes something good even better. And
love that.
And then the last tool.
How does it get any better than this?
That's a great one.
That is a good one. I'm going to write that down.
That is a really good one. I've had people literally say, the only thing I remember that you told me was this, and it's changing my life.
Yes.
So, and then the last thing is, we've heard this before because it works, but develop an attitude of gratitude. See, you can't have gratitude and judgment at the same time. And judgment is one of the biggest killers of happiness there is. So if you choose the gratitude, the judgment goes away.
So if you're sitting and you're feeling angry at somebody or something, and that anger consumes you, you need to do what thing first?
Number 1, you go, okay, stop.
Stop.
I'm not living this way anymore.
Right.
And you got to get that if it's consuming you, you're the one destroying your life about the situation. It's time for you to take the reins of your life. You can ask some questions once again. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible here? And then also, what is it going to take to change this situation?
Right.
And something will start showing up for you, because the thing is, a question always empowers. An answer disempowers. So with the question, you're opening up over other doors of possibility that you never saw before. It's
really simple yet genius when it comes to the tools for turning around that feeling of anxious anger inside and turning it into happiness. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
So much.
It's excellent. Dr. Dain Heer on the BT Couch.